My energy, don't you fuck with my energy, don't you fuck with my energy, don't you fuck with my energy, don't you fuck.
Beyonce does witchcraft on you. Is it called Beycraft? Guys, I'm going to make this a short reading, but according to legal documents obtained by The Blast, Kimberly Thompson filed a restraining order against Beyonce, claiming the singer has consistently harassed her through the use of extreme witchcraft and magic spells of sexual molestation. Thompson, a former drummer in B's all-female band, also accuses the Lemonade artist of killing her cat, taping her phones, as well as controlling her fiancés. However, Thompson has not clarified why she believes Beyonce is targeting her. Though Thompson's request for a protective order was denied by Los Angeles Superior Court this week, there's another restraining order hearing scheduled for October 11th. Bitch, if somebody's doing spiritual work on you, what the fuck is doing a restraining order going to? That's how I know you crazy. That's how I know that something went click, click, clack, rack-a-tack-tack up in your brain, girl, because this don't make no damn sense. These are all pretty serious accusations. However, they are pretty much the same things witches have been accused of for centuries. Like, okay, girl, I don't even know what to say. It just seems too much. Like, so why don't we take a short look at Beyonce and what she's been brewing up for her former drummer. She worked during the Formation singer for 7 years, and dark magic, including magic spells of sexual molestations. Okay, why don't we go into, and just so y'all know, like, there's nothing funny about this. It's actually sad that somebody has lost a piece of their mind. But why don't we just go into this reading with an open heart and an open mind. And I don't even want to buy. Okay, what is this chick's name? Kimberly Thompson. I remember Beyonce did have a badass drummer who could drum her ass off. Kimberly Thompson. Okay, why is Kimberly Thompson making these accusations of witchcraft against Beyonce? Okay, why is Kimberly Thompson making these accusations against Beyonce? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Beyonce stole some of my hair and she put it in a Coke bottle. It's making my brain fizzle. You know what's crazy? This is gonna sound crazy. This is going to sound wild as hell, but I actually do believe she is being spiritually attacked. It's wild, but I don't think it's by Beyonce. It's actually a male who is involved with her in matters of money. Something about money or exchanges that's actually did work on her. Yeah, so she is being attacked spiritually, but girl, you're focusing on the wrong person. This has nothing to do with Beyonce. You're just being attacked by someone else spiritually. She also feels that she was fired or she was let go of without purpose. It's like she feels like she was unfairly targeted at her Formation tour, and that she should have came back, which is meaning that some type of, you know, unfair treatment that she feels that she received. It's also speaking of harsh treatment through a male manager or some type of man who managed her career. This is what's crazy, y'all. But somebody did do something to her. But it's not Beyonce. It's a male. It's a male who she had a close relationship with, a dark-headed male. It's actually, Spirit is kind of like already showing her who did the actual work on her. It's a male with dark, curly hair. Not a heavy beard, but like a light beard. It's somebody who she's worked with. It doesn't feel like a romantic tie. It's somebody who she just broke ties with. So she's wrong. Yes, there is work being done on you, but it's not through Beyonce. It's through a male. Very, very interesting. So she does need to get cleansed off properly and see a psychiatrist at the same time. Why don't we see what is going on with her actual... Why did she not come back to work for Beyonce after 7 years? Why did she not come back to work for Beyonce after 7 years? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. She wasn't, I almost want to say she wasn't worth the money. She wasn't like doing what she was supposed to do. And Beyonce was the final decision maker in her being let go. And it's also something, I think she wanted more money too. I think she wanted more. It's like she expected more. She wanted more and she asked for more. And it did not happen. Also, she had other projects that she was trying to work on that did not come through. It's speaking in terms of her being using too much. I think she did something too much, like too much drinking or too much something that she was doing in Access. Beyonce started to look for like newer energy, like new people. She felt like it was time to part ways. Yeah, her judgment was not made good with... there does seem to be a little bit of... When Beyonce did decide to let her go, it wasn't done in the most ethical way, which I think kind of spun her out of control, which I don't think she likes how things ended between her and Beyonce. Something about the end of her career also led to the end of her romantic relationships. She tried to go back to what used to make her money, but she feels like Beyonce or somebody in Beyonce's crew cut all... It's like opportunities were shut. Her door is shut. So not being able to take care of herself and losing her romantic partner. It's something about her using drugs or using... I almost want to say drinking too much. And Beyonce looking for newer talent. Let me see. See something. How does Beyonce feel about the accusations that Kimberly Thompson is making? How does Beyonce feel about the accusations that Kimberly Thompson is making? Okay, well, this card just flew out. She's actually taking it seriously. Like, she's like, this chick used to be close to me. Like, I used to really know, like, something about the closeness. Like, this chick used to be close to me. It was like this crazy bitch actually was around me and she could have done something to me. So it is speaking in terms of her actually getting a lawyer or actually speaking to people to make sure that... It's weird because I think Beyonce is about to put a restraining order on her, because it's like this crazy bitch really had access to me. Like, it's kind of scaring her. Yeah, Beyonce's not going to take this sitting down. It's like she's seeing this as an attack. It's like, bitch, yeah, I'm going to have to put you in your place real quick. It's going to court. It's going to court, y'all. She's not going to let this like slide. She doesn't want to. She actually does want to file like legal charges against this girl. Like, she's like, you're crazy. It's like, and I can't believe you're this crazy and you had access to me and my other staff. And she's just like, nah, we need to shut her down real quick. It's like, I just feel an energy of shut her down, but like really, really quick. What is going on with Kimberly Thompson mentally? What is going on with Kimberly Thompson mentally? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. This reminds me of somebody who really feels like Beyonce has stopped her career, her money. She can't survive. She can't live. She can't, you know, very emotional cards. And it's almost like depression drove her into insanity. Yeah, it's almost like the struggle of having to feed herself, having to take care of herself has made her very, especially some man who left her. It's like that's completely broken her down. It's like all her money, somebody did do work on her. Girl, you got work on you. And I don't know who did it. It was a man, girl, but you need to get cleansed off. So yeah, you're right, but it's not Beyonce. It's not her, girl. You have an ex or ex-manager or somebody who tossed some shit your way. And why don't we speak about what does Beyonce really practice? Of course, we all know that a lot of people in Hollywood are initiated in some type of African religion. People mix that up with the Illuminati, but not all celebrities are actually involved in the Illuminati. Beyonce is most definitely involved in African religion, and those who are deeply involved and know like babalaos and stuff, we know what time it is, but like she's heavily involved in it, and a lot of celebrities are. Does that mean that it's the Illuminati or it's the occult? No, it's not. It means that she's a practitioner of African traditional religion. People, of course, are going to say she's still involved in the Illuminati, but she doesn't have that energy. I do think Jay-Z's involved in a secret society, but not Beyonce. No, it's Jay-Z. Why don't we see what are Beyonce... I don't even want to use this card. What are Beyonce's spiritual practices? What are Beyonce's spiritual practices? What are Beyonce's spiritual practices? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Beyonce is a priestess. She's a priestess. She is part of a house with a lot of women. It's not in the United States. It's actually outside of the United States. She has a very powerful godmother. It's a lighter skinned woman of black. She has black heritage. Very much, Beyonce spent a lot of time studying. She spent a lot of time studying. It's also speaking in terms of, it's weird because I almost feel she took a break from it because it became overwhelming. It's also speaking of a lot of spiritual protection. It's weird because these two cards are telling me she may have kind of taken a bit of a break from African religion, not permanently, but more so because she's so busy and she's tired. So she does have the card of Priestess. Whoever this woman is, she teaches Beyonce very closely. They have a lot in common. So yeah, she is initiated and she is a priestess. There's this is a house. It's her mother, her sister, and her. Her mother, her sister, and her. They're all under like the same house, the same covenant, the same type of thing. It's very interesting. But one thing I will tell you is that Beyonce is very careful about what she practices. She wants to go in deep, but she doesn't want to go in too deep where she ends up in kind of the hellish stuff, like the real crazy stuff. But she is most definitely, it's crazy, but these cards have Apollo feel too. So whoever her godmother is, I also think her godmother may also practice Apollo, because these cards have a lot of protection. There's also another initiation coming up for Beyonce either this summer or next summer. So she is going to go further up in whatever she is involved in. It has a Spanish feel. It does not have an African Ifa. It has a Santeria type of feel to it. But she's more so of the knowledge. She doesn't like to practice. Beyonce likes to learn. She's not into the evil side, or it's not evil, the more witchcraft side of it. She's more into the knowing her people, her roots, where she came from, that type of stuff. But she is also about to change up some of her religious practices. I almost feel she's moving up a step. So there are some more changes to come for her. But I don't feel any secret society. But she is most definitely a priestess. She's most definitely initiated. I feel Apollo, Santeria. Let's find out who has her head. This is not, tarot cards is not a way to find out who has somebody's head. That could be done through divination, but I'm just gonna throw down a few cards just to see who has her head. Who has the head of Beyonce Knowles? Who has the head of Beyonce Knowles? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Oh wow. That's very guarded. It's actually very guarded. It's very guarded. It's very guarded. They do not want you to know that. I see who one of it is, and I see who one of it is. I see one of it. It's very guarded, but I'm gonna say one. Wow, it's not what I expected. It's actually not what I was expecting. Who would have her head? That's kind of different. Okay. Let me switch up cards and see if I get the same results. That's not what I was expecting. If it is, then it's okay. It has a very heavy Apollo influence. Like, okay, so why don't we see who has her head? But I have an idea. Who is the spiritual head? Who is her Methet? Who is over Beyonce Knowles? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. The High Priestess. The Empress is her godmother. Her godmother has a lot of water energy, so it's telling me it's connected to Yamiya. She's very much into esoteric stuff too. I know I see one person who has her heavy. I'm not gonna say who it is. Water. Very interesting. It's not what I expected. I do see, it's funny how we talk about Oshun, but I see a lot of water elements, which is telling me of La Saran and that type of thing. But I also see a fighting element, which is funny because I wasn't expecting. I'm not gonna say who it is I see, but Beyonce actually has, it's very funny. She has like a very dominant male spirit who's with her, and then she has this flowing water that runs through her. So it's weird. It's like fire. Spirit is showing me fire and water. So she's both. You would think it was Oshun and Yamiya, but no, it's actually a few of them that's with her. Very interesting. Very interesting. She's very diverse spiritually. Which I think is cool. Jay-Z does have secret society energy, so he is part, I think, of more than just one. Beyonce is more so of a knowledge seeker, and things of that type of thing. Well, guys, that is it for her crazy assistant, Kimberly Thompson. That shit is just crazy. Like, but I think Beyonce really is gonna like file some charges on her ass. Bye.